Welcome to RoboCast on the Daniel David Allen YouTube channel. We're your AI hosts, and we're here to guide you through the fascinating world of, well, anything you're curious about.
Yeah, we like to explore all kinds of sources, from news articles to research papers and pull out the most interesting and insightful bits.
It's like a shortcut to being in the know.
Exactly.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into a topic that's on everyone's mind these days, the future of work.
Yeah.
We'll be looking ahead to the year 2030, just 5 short years away, to see how the landscape of work might change.
But before we jump ahead, I have a little mystery for you.
Ooh, a mystery.
What do you think will be the one job most in demand in 2030, despite all the advances in AI and automation?
That's a good one.
Keep that in mind as we unravel the next 5 years, year by year.
Okay.
The answer might just surprise you.
All right, let's start with where we are right now in 2024. AI and automation are already making waves.
Yeah. The McKinsey Global Institute estimates that by 2030, anywhere between 75 million and a staggering 375 million workers could be displaced by automation.
Wow, that's a huge range.
Yeah, it is.
So as we move into 2025, what skills should people be focusing on to stay ahead of the curve?
It's pretty clear that skills in areas like cloud computing, AI, and cybersecurity are going to be incredibly valuable. And it's not just for those working in the tech industry anymore. Almost every company will need these skills to thrive.
So even if you're not planning on becoming a software developer, having even a basic understanding of these technologies will be important.
Absolutely. The Harvard Business Review stresses that these hard skills will be essential in the future.
Okay.
But don't worry, you don't need to become a coding whiz overnight.
Okay, that's good.
Just understanding the basics of these technologies and their impact on businesses is a great starting point.
Okay, good to know. So let's fast forward to 2026. Are we all going to be replaced by robots by then?
Not quite. As machines take over more routine tasks, uniquely human skills, things like creativity, complex problem-solving, and communication will become even more vital.
Right.
It's going to be more of a partnership where humans focus on what they do best.
The Harvard Business Review actually gives a great example of this with the role of a sales associate.
Yeah.
Imagine AI handling all the research and basic email correspondence, freeing up the sales associate to spend more time building relationships and providing personalized solutions.
Exactly. It's like having a super efficient assistant by your side. Now, zooming ahead to 2027, this trend continues to shape the job market.
Right.
Some jobs will be booming, while others will face significant changes.
So which jobs are we talking about specifically?
Jobs in fields like data science, cybersecurity, and AI development are obviously going to be in high demand. Even traditional jobs will be reshaped. The McKinsey Global Institute predicts significant growth in healthcare technology and management roles, jobs that require expertise and human interaction.
That makes sense. Even in a tech-driven world, we still need doctors, teachers, and leaders. Yeah. But does this mean everyone needs to go back to school for a PhD?
Interestingly, no. While advanced degrees are always valuable, even basic digital literacy, the ability to speak multiple languages and knowledge of user experience, UX design, are becoming increasingly important.
Okay.
Think about how many apps and websites you use daily.
Yeah.
Companies need people who can design and manage those experiences to be user-friendly and engaging.
That's a relief. So as we head into 2028, it seems like adaptability is going to be the name of the game.
Absolutely. Lifelong learning becomes crucial. The most in-demand workers will be those who can adapt, learn new skills, and embrace change. Your career should be viewed as a constant evolution, not a fixed path.
The McKinsey Global Institute really emphasizes the need for retraining and upskilling programs to navigate these transitions. Imagine a world with lifelong learning accounts, where individuals have dedicated resources for continuous learning and tax breaks for companies that invest in employee development.
Now that's an intriguing idea. Speaking of intriguing, let's fast forward to 2029. We're now entering the realm of the unknown.
Ooh, things are about to get futuristic.
By this point, new technologies and industries that we can't even fathom right now will have emerged.
Right.
The McKinsey Global Institute predicts that 8 to 9% of jobs in 2030 will be in occupations that don't even exist today.
Wow.
Think about how much the internet has changed things in the last 20 years. In another 5 years, who knows what incredible innovations we'll see.
It's both exciting and a little bit daunting, isn't it?
It is. And it highlights the importance of adaptability and a mindset of continuous learning. We can't predict the future, but we can certainly equip ourselves to embrace it. Now, are you ready to jump to 2030 and finally reveal that mystery job?
Absolutely. I can't wait any longer.
All right, drum roll, please. The job that will be most in demand in 2030, even with all the automation: childcare workers.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Childcare. I never would have guessed that. Why childcare?
As more parents are working in this technology-driven world, the need for human care and interaction for children becomes even more critical.
Right.
It's a powerful reminder that even in a highly automated future, certain aspects of human connection remain essential.
That's incredible. And it ties back to what you were discussing earlier about the increasing value of uniquely human skills. It seems there are some things that even the most advanced AI can't replicate.
Got it.
Okay, so we've made it to 2030, but I think we need to unpack some of these predictions a bit more.
Yeah, let's dig a little deeper.
I'm ready for round two.
Let's go. It really is remarkable how the rise of technology is increasing the need for those uniquely human skills, empathy care, emotional intelligence. Almost a paradox, wouldn't you say?
It makes you realize that certain aspects of human connection are irreplaceable, even in a world increasingly driven by automation. But tell me, are there any other insights from the source material that we haven't touched on yet? Perhaps something that challenges our assumptions about the future of work?
There is one. The source material emphasizes the need for workers to be incredibly adaptable and agile. We tend to think of careers as linear paths, but the research suggests the future will be far more fluid and dynamic.
So it's not just about acquiring a specific skill set, but also about developing the ability to constantly learn, unlearn, and relearn as needed.
Precisely. The World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs report highlights this, stressing the importance of transferable skills like critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity. These can be applied across a wide range of industries and job roles. Imagine having a Swiss Army knife of skills always ready for whatever comes your way.
I love that analogy. But how does one actually develop this kind of adaptability? Is it simply a matter of taking courses and getting certifications?
While formal education is valuable, real-world experience seems to be even more so. Employers are increasingly seeking candidates who can demonstrate their ability to learn and adapt on the job.
So things like internships, volunteer work, even side projects can help build those adaptable skills.
Exactly. It's about showing potential employers that you're not afraid to step outside your comfort zone and try new things. And remember, failure is an inherent part of the learning process. In fact, embracing failure as a learning opportunity can make you even more attractive to employers. It shows resilience and a willingness to take risks.
So you're saying we shouldn't be afraid to make mistakes as long as we learn from them. That's a great perspective. But honestly, I'm still a bit worried about the jobs that are likely to be displaced by automation. What happens to those individuals?
It's a valid concern, and the McKinsey Global Institute report acknowledges that there will be significant job displacement, with some individuals needing to transition to entirely new careers.
So retraining and upskilling programs are going to be more crucial than ever.
Absolutely. Governments, businesses, and educational institutions will need to collaborate to create comprehensive programs that help displaced workers acquire the necessary skills to succeed in this new economy. And it's not just about hard technical skills. Soft skills like communication, collaboration, and emotional intelligence are equally important.
It's fascinating that some experts believe soft skills will become even more valuable than hard skills in the future as automation takes over routine tasks. So if you're adept at working with people, communicating effectively, and finding creative solutions to problems, you'll be in high demand, even in a world where robots are doing more and more.
That's a powerful insight. But we also need to consider the potential downsides of automation. Every coin has two sides, right? While there are numerous benefits, it's crucial to acknowledge potential negative impacts as well.
What kind of negative impacts are we talking about?
One concern is the potential for automation to widen the existing gap between the rich and the poor. For instance, if automation significantly reduces the demand for low-skilled labor, it could exacerbate income inequality.
So we need to be very mindful of the social and economic consequences of automation and ensure that the benefits are distributed equitably.
Precisely. Policymakers need to explore solutions like universal basic income, robust job training programs, and strong social safety nets to ensure everyone benefits from technological advancement, not just a select few.
It sounds like the future of work is going to be a complex and ever-evolving landscape full of intricate challenges and exciting opportunities.
You hit the nail on the head, but before we get lost in the big picture, let's circle back to those specific high-growth job sectors we discussed earlier: healthcare, technology, and management. Do you recall?
I do. And it seems likely those trends will continue as the demand for those skills continues to grow.
Exactly. These are excellent fields to consider if you're seeking a stable and rewarding career path. But even within those broad sectors, specific roles are particularly in demand. For instance, as the population ages, the healthcare sector needs more nurses, therapists, and home health aides.
It's a natural consequence of people living longer, isn't it?
Mm,
We need more skilled professionals to help them maintain a good quality of life.
precisely. Meanwhile, in the technology sector, the demand for software developers, data scientists, and cybersecurity analysts is incredibly strong as businesses continue to digitize their operations. It's as if every company is transforming into a tech company.
It's hard to argue with that, which is why having at least a basic understanding of technology is so important, even if your role isn't specifically technical. Learning a bit of coding could be a wise investment for the future.
You're absolutely right. But let's not forget about management roles. What are your thoughts on the trends in that area?
Well, the McKinsey Global Institute report projects significant growth in management roles, but emphasizes that managers need to adapt to the changing demands of the workplace. It's not just about managing people anymore.
Exactly. Managing technology data and change itself are becoming crucial elements of leadership.
The most successful managers of the future will be those who can guide their teams through turbulent times while also cultivating a culture of innovation and continuous learning. It's a challenging but undeniably rewarding role.
Certainly. In healthcare, AI is being used to analyze medical images like X-rays and scans to help doctors detect diseases earlier and more accurately. It's also being used to personalize treatment plans based on a patient's individual genetic makeup and medical history.
That's amazing. It sounds like AI is already making a significant impact in healthcare with the potential to improve patient outcomes and potentially even save lives.
Absolutely. And in finance, AI is being used to detect fraudulent transactions in real time, helping to protect businesses and consumers from financial losses. AI-powered chatbots are also being used to provide 24/7 customer service, answering questions and resolving issues quickly and efficiently.
It's incredible how AI is being integrated into so many aspects of our lives, often in ways we don't even realize. But with all this talk about AI and its potential, are there any fields or professions where human skills will always be essential, irreplaceable by even the most advanced algorithms?
That's a great question, and it's one that many people are grappling with as AI becomes more sophisticated. Despite the remarkable advances in AI and robotics, there are certain professions where the human touch, that element of human connection and understanding, will likely always be paramount. Think of roles that require deep empathy, emotional intelligence, and complex social interactions.
So therapists, social workers, even teachers, these are professions where human connection is at the heart of the work. It's hard to imagine a machine, no matter how advanced, fully replicating the nuanced understanding and support a human can offer in those roles.
Exactly. While AI can certainly assist in those fields, it's difficult to imagine technology fully replacing the human element. Those professions rely on a deep understanding of human emotions, motivations, and the complexities of interpersonal relationships, something that, at least for now, remains firmly in the realm of human expertise.
That's reassuring to know that some professions are likely to remain firmly in the realm of human expertise. But for those fields facing significant disruption from automation and AI, what advice would you give to individuals who want to stay ahead of the curve and remain relevant in the future job market?
The key is to adopt a mindset of lifelong learning, constantly adapting and expanding your skill set. Don't be afraid to branch out and explore new areas, even those that seem outside your current field. The more diverse your skill set, the more adaptable you'll be to the changing demands of the workplace.
It's like being a multi-class character in a video game. The more skills you have, the better equipped you are to face any challenge.
I like that analogy. And remember, the learning process doesn't have to be daunting or overwhelming. There are countless resources available, both online and offline, to help you acquire new skills and knowledge. From online courses and workshops to industry conferences and networking events, the opportunities for continuous learning are endless.
It's encouraging to know that there are so many pathways available for those willing to embrace the challenge of lifelong learning.
Oh,
But what about the role of employers in all of this? What can companies do to support their employees in navigating these rapid changes in the workplace and help them develop the skills they need to thrive in this new era of work?
companies have a responsibility to invest in their workforce and provide opportunities for upskilling and reskilling. This could include sponsoring training programs, offering mentorship opportunities, or even creating internal learning labs where employees can experiment with new technologies and develop their skills in a safe and supportive environment.
So it's a shared responsibility between individuals and their employers to adapt and evolve together. It's not just about individuals taking the initiative to learn new skills. It's also about companies creating a culture of learning and providing the resources and support necessary for their employees to grow and thrive.
Exactly. By embracing a culture of lifelong learning and innovation, companies can not only retain valuable employees but also attract top talent, who are excited to be at the forefront of change.
It creates a virtuous cycle employees feel valued and invested in, and companies benefit from a workforce that is adaptable, skilled, and ready to embrace the challenges and opportunities of the future. But with all this talk about change and disruption, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and even a little bit anxious about the future. Is there anything we can do to approach these changes with a sense of optimism and excitement rather than fear and uncertainty?
Absolutely. One thing that can be incredibly helpful is to cultivate a growth mindset, something we discussed earlier.
You're right. We talked about how a growth mindset is the belief in our ability to learn, adapt, and grow, rather than feeling limited by our current skills or knowledge.
Exactly. Embracing a growth mindset allows you to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than threats to your job security. And it can be incredibly empowering to realize that you have the potential to continuously evolve and reinvent yourself throughout your career. It's like leveling up in real life.
I love that. And who knows, the skills you develop today might open doors to incredible opportunities that you never even dreamed of. The future is full of possibilities.
Precisely. The future of work is full of exciting possibilities, and those who approach it with curiosity, courage, and a willingness to learn will be the ones who shape it.
Well said. This has been a fascinating and incredibly insightful deep dive into the ever-evolving world of work. I feel much more informed and prepared for the changes that lie ahead, and honestly a little bit excited about the possibilities.
It's been a pleasure exploring these topics with you, and remember, we're all in this together. The future of work is something we create collectively.
That's a great point. So what are your thoughts on the future of work? What skills are you focusing on? Share your insights in the comments below. Subscribe for more deep dives and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out.
Thanks for joining us.
And don't forget to check out Daniel's YouTube channel.
Lots of great content over there.
And subscribe to RoboCast for more deep dives like this one.
Until next time, keep those processors humming.